Hi, I'm Peter Matthews, Firehouse.com. We're here at Firehouse World, first day of the classroom sessions as well as the exhibit hall. We're going to take you through a couple of the events that we covered today, including the opening ceremonies with Marine Corporal Joshua Bleal, who gave a very inspiring speech. We'll also look at some of the awards that were given out. We'll take a walk through the exhibit floor, talk to some of the attendees and the speakers to see what you've missed here at the program today. The next 2 days we'll have several classes, Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have the exhibit floor will be open the next 2 days as well. So if you're not, or if you're in San Diego, please join us at the San Diego Convention Center. You can find out more about the program at firehouseworld.com. I'm here with Joshua Bleal, who just finished up the keynote here at Firehouse World. Josh, can you tell me a little bit about what led you to join the military?
Yeah, after I'd always played sports, and after kind of being in college, I was working in the workforce, and then after 9/11 hit me, it just weighed on my heart to serve. My father served, my grandfather served, so in 2004, at the age of 27, I joined the United States Marine Corps. Okay,
and can you tell me some of the things that that you learned through boot camp that kind of helped you as you go around now, and some lessons for the firefighters?
Definitely, in boot camp, obviously, it pushes you farther mentally and physically than you think you can do, but it's about adapt and overcoming, to find the solutions, even if something bad goes your way, just to get past it, adapt to it, and just overcome. And after 9/11, after what the firefighters did, and just risked their lives and gave their lives, that just hit me, and I was like, you know what, there's a lot of brave men and women out there, and I'm going to be a part of that group.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about your time overseas? I know a lot of the fire service has been involved with the military in the past, but can you tell me about your time over there?
Definitely. We were there in the city of Fallujah, Iraq, to basically back up the Iraqi police and the Iraqi army, but really to go after weapons and guys. And enjoyed my time, enjoyed the people, and unfortunately on October 15th of 2006 was struck by an IED while in a Humvee, and lost two of my good friends. Severely injured myself, losing both my legs and multiple breaks and things, but I've done a good job at recovery with a lot of good support.
Well, it's certainly a testament today, listening to your speech up there. You've definitely come a long way from your time in high school sports to where you are now, and the fact that you're now working with the NFL. So thank you very much, and if you have any last words, just let us know, and we'll get them out there for the audience.
All right, I just want to, it's my honor to be part of this, to be everything that the men and women of the fire department have done and continue to do, even at Walter Reed recovering. They were there with me. They came almost every other week to support us, and just so thank you for the continued support of this country.
Okay, thank you, Josh. I'm here with Rupert McCall, who read his poem, A Firefighter's Dream, during the opening ceremonies. Rupert, can you tell me a little bit about how the poem came to light and where you got the idea for that from?
Yeah, well, I've written a bit of poetry back in Australia over the years, and I have a friend who's a firefighter in Brisbane, Queensland, where I'm from, and he was involved in this tour of duty run that came to America last year, 2010. For 9/11, and he asked if I had something to contribute creatively, to the inspiration of that effort. And so I sat down. Obviously, we all remember where we were when those towers came down on September the 11th, 10 years ago now, and the 343 firefighters that were amongst the fallen. And I looked at it all, and I thought, well, maybe I could pay tribute. So I wrote the words. I wasn't sure how they would be received, to be honest, because I'm not a firefighter, and I accept that, and it's I grew up thinking that firefighters were good people, but then when I met them, when I was accepted into their circle, like I am here in San Diego, I understand it's such a solid and inspiring, tight fraternity of brothers. I tapped into that, to the energy of that inspiration, and wrote A Firefighter's Dream. I presented it to the boys. It was well received in Sydney, and in the blink of an eye, I was on a plane to New York, and to recite it at Ground Zero for the New York Fire Department was one of the greatest honours of my life.
And that was on September 11th of 2010, correct?
That's right, yeah. At their ceremony at dusk at Ground Zero, and you know, for a young Aussie kid, you know, who grew up with big dreams, you know, I never dreamt that I would be on a stage like that. It was very humbling.
Is there some place that we can find this online for those who can't attend Firehouse World to read this? Absolutely.
You can try my website, which is www.rupertmccall, which is my name, all one word, .com.au.
All right, well, Rupert, thank you very much. It was a beautiful poem. So for those of you who have not heard it here at Firehouse World, check out Rupert's site and take a few moments to read it. It's very touching.
Today we're here at Firehouse World and we're in the hot box, and we have with us today
Darren Bash of Simulation Technology.
Darren, tell us a little bit about what we have here and what you're doing, what you're teaching today.
Certainly, Ed. We do driver simulation systems. What you're seeing here is an authentic apparatus, fire apparatus cockpit, and we have the official gauges and all the different instruments that are run on CAN bus technology. Everything here operates exactly the way an actual fire apparatus cab would. What we do is we take the firefighter students, the different first responders, and we teach them to drive to situations of risk. One of the great additional bonuses to this type of a simulator is the vehicle dynamics capability. So we can actually do vehicle skills handling. As an example, if you have a young person that has not been behind a rig before, one of the big trucks, we can actually put them in this truck and put them either light or heavy with water and do like an off-shoulder recovery exercise. And so they get the first feel of the vehicle before you set them out on the road.
Now, Darren, I just went through one of the scenarios here, and you had me go to a rural barn fire. And there was some twist to that.
Yes.
Could you explain a little bit about how that works?
Right. What we want in regards to the decision making, in regards to the whole idea that when you set out on these runs are never going to be perfect. They're not always going to be people pulling over. You know, it's all there. You know, some of it you're expecting, some of it you aren't. But you need to be aware. What this is teaching is the alertness. On your barn response,
right,
you had some farm machinery come out at
right,
you.
I did.
And there were some teasers to kind of show you to kind of be what expecting and to get your heightened awareness. But yeah, it's part of what we learn. And if you get hit in this simulator, I mean, it doesn't feel good. You learn, you remember that, you register that in your brain.
And the nice thing is, we didn't just wreck a $600,000 engine either.
That's right. And training in these and implementing into your driving program also reduces your carbon footprint.
And I particularly like the idea that it has a seat belt as well.
Absolutely.
That's a very important thing everybody's trying to push with firefighting. Buckle up.
These are all about safety.
Thank you. Very good. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Ed.
Hi, we're here down on the show floor, and I have Shane Medlin from Helmet Peak, Arizona, who's first time at the show. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've been looking at on the show floor this afternoon?
Really a little bit of everything. Started with looking at the different apparatuses to the quints and the ladder trucks and really seeing what they have to offer here. It's really great to see the new machinery and equipment for 2011 to help progress further into the fire service.
And are you guys looking for anything in particular while you're here, or just kind of getting a broad scope of what's here?
Just kind of looking around, see what you guys have to offer. I mean, it's kind of tempting. We look and see everything here, and we want everything. We want to maybe bring a couple of those engines home, but I mean, we're just dreaming, just dabbling in a bit of everything, really.
Okay, and you've been here for a couple of days already with some other training, so can you tell me kind of what you've pulled from that so far? And, you know, we've got 2 more days worth of classes, some of the programs you're looking to attend at that point.
Well, being a new firefighter myself, did a air management class and then live fire all day yesterday, and really pulled a lot of information from different fire departments and how they conduct themselves on the fire ground and in live fire scenarios, and really learned a lot that can help myself and actually I can bring back and help my department. Yeah, we're as far as classes, really a little bit of everything. Want to get inside of maybe some EMS classes, some trauma, maybe some fire ground scenarios to some maybe emergency egress type scenarios on the fire ground. So that's really what we're interested in.
All right, great. Well, thank you very much for taking time to talk with us.
Thank you.